Hello and welcome to a Star Citizen November update. There is so much going on with the wonderful world of Star Citizen. What's going on this month? We've got the IAE, we've got Alpha 3.21.x, we've got the Pyro Playground, we've got potentially Alpha 3.22. What's going on? And what can you expect content-wise from us? But before all that, we have our giveaway winner from last month. We give a Star Citizen vehicle of some kind away each month, and for October it was for a Constellation Phoenix with lifetime insurance. The winner of that is Alex R5508. Congratulations. I do want to give everyone a heads up on the channel as well. You know in the comments in YouTube if it's me, because I'll only ever talk from my main BoredGamer YouTube account, and I'll only ever signpost you to look at the description of the video to know what to do with a prize or whatever, and it will be contact me via my official email. If in doubt, it's probably a scam. For November, we've got a new giveaway for ships, and we've got 5 ships to give away. They all come with game packages, so you can immediately jump into Star Citizen with them. They've got lifetime insurance. They're going to be given away to 5 different winners. We've got the Avenger Titan, the Drake Cutter, the C8X Pisces, the Nomad, and a Mustang Alpha. A smorgasbord of ships. I thought it would be good to get lots of prizes out this month because we just had CitizenCon and the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is just coming up rapidly. More people in the game, and obviously you don't need to be a new player to get one of these, but I mean, it's great for a new player. It's great to add to your fleet anyway, whatever. What's going on in November then? We've got the Pyro Preview, or the Pyro Playground as it's also known. That's now accessible. Well, kind of. They are doing lots of 8-hour-ish tests every day until the 18th of November. They are going to be testing it again a few times potentially in the year. But yeah, it's quite erratic, the testing at the moment, because they might change the schedule at any time. They're sort of cycling different time zones. Not everyone has access to this either. It's mostly very active users. I believe also the Evocati, some concierge, and players that bought the CitizenCon 2953 digital goodies pack. That's people that have access at the moment. They will be expanding that in a similar way that they expand PTU waves, but it's basically a PTU build, just treated a bit differently. I've been playing in that Pyro Playground. It's real good fun. It is buggy though. There's a load of performance issues. There's a load of really annoying bugs. Really here as well, it's just new locations, some really impressive visuals and some interesting missions, but very little in the sort of form of new mechanics, and it's not the whole Pyro system either, so bear that in mind. They're going to be adding to this and updating loads of stuff, getting rid of those bugs. The sun flares are hilarious, terrifying and buggy. I got completely blinded by one when sort of caught in it, and then planet surfaces that were hit by them, they just are blown out gamma up to 11, totally blinding, and stay that way. These are the sort of bugs that they're trying to fix. The space stations and the sort of internals of them and what's going on there, absolutely fantastic, because it's very different than a space station we currently have, because it's so much more explorable. You can sort of go into all these areas where there are various missions and there are abandoned sections. You can get into all of this sort of space station. The levels are absolutely huge and sprawling. The markets there are fantastic, loads of stuff to see. You could easily just walk around a station for a good few hours and just be interested and keep on saying new weird stuff. And there's loads of these hidey holes and places that you can jump around in, and I just love the fact that missions are generated in a space station that you can do in a space station without leaving it. Externally, the space stations there are a thing of beauty as well. These sort of giant destroyed structures that are somehow still functional and have a load of life on board. In fact, they feel so much more alive than the landing zones that we currently have in Stanton. There's a load of interesting missions as well. Like, I was offered multiple missions to go and blow up an Idris immediately, and I really like the fact that that is available to me just in Pyro. I like the idea of high risk, high reward missions, but also being able to access those missions relatively easy, knowing that I might need to bring a group of people or a large ship to go and do them. I do really like the fact you spawn in space stations as well in this build, because you don't have to take ages to get out of the atmosphere and get on a public transport and stuff like that to get out of a planet's zone there. You can just go, bam, I'm in a space station, let's go to the hangars, and then boom, I'm out in the verse. To be honest, it's not going to be an issue in the persistent universe with that extra transit required at those landing zones in the future. In fact, I think it will aid to it. It's just at the moment when I'm testing and I want to see new stuff, I don't want to be stuck in a place that I've been a million times before and having to wander around and take ages to get out, and then there might be bugs preventing me from actually leaving. With this, much less problems with transit bugs, right? We'll be playing loads more of the Pyro Playground over the coming weeks, and we'll talk about it loads more as we get more updates as well. Later this month, though, the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2953 will begin. Now, I'm expecting this to start on Friday the 17th of November and last for about 10 to 14 days. What is the IAE 2953 then? So pretty much every ship will be on sale that's ever been concepted or that is currently flyable. Not everything, but almost everything. So there will be like promotional ships like the Sabre Raven or the Mustang Omega, things like that won't be on sale. But almost everything else will be available. They sell some limited hull ships like Idris and Javelin in waves, in quite limited quantities. You'll have a load of new ships, some coming straight to flyable and drivable, some being just on sale for the first time. We are expecting the Storm light tank, the SRV, which is the tractor beam sort of tow ship, the C1 Spirit, and the Cutter Expedition to all come out probably in the IAE, along with a load of new skins for all those ships that won or came in the top 4 of the ship showdown this year. Expect some new ships, some new concepts as well, but CIG did say they wanted 12 new ships in-game by the end of the year. We've only named sort of 4 there, so potentially there's another 8 that might turn up at the IAE or as part of 3.21.x or 3.22. This is the largest sales event for CIG each year, but also there is a free fly and expo going on, so anyone can try Star Citizen for free during that time typically, and all ships can be rented and tried for free as well. Each day or every 48 hours, depending on how they do it, a new manufacturer will take to the expo floor where the expo is located. It'll be on a planet like Microtech or Crusader or whatever. There'll be an expo hall there. But yeah, every 48 hours, a new manufacturer or manufacturers take to the expo floor and show off their ships and vehicles. You'll see loads of stuff there. You might even be able to rent an F8 Lightning this year. There's a holo suite with some ships in development still. Cloud Imperium typically do a load of sort of videos and Q&As and stuff like that on vehicles and ships in development, so you get a load of dev information here and updates on ships and vehicles. You can expect Alpha 3.21.1 to come out just before the IAE with all that content ready to go. Will it have all of the planned 3.21.x updates they're expecting? Potentially. We'll have to wait and see. As part of the ship reveals and hype CIG often generate for the event, we have Jax McCleary, which is sort of a space Jeremy Clarkson, and they have like videos and shorts and some form of cinematics. They're normally pretty awesome. Jax was last seen in a disabled ship in the Pyro system. I am hoping to see more of those awesome videos and social posts again this year that help sort of promote ships and sort of go, oh, there's something cool happening each day or each other day during the event. And there is always the possibility of more things to do and more things going on with missions, more stuff at the event than there were on previous years. We'll have to wait and see. I think this year's IAE, coupled with the success of CitizenCon, Hyperbound Pyro, and the release of 3.21.1, as well as sort of pushing towards Alpha 3.22, is going to catapult Star Citizen into new crowdfunding heights. I'm thinking they're going to push past 125 million made this year, breaking some records. We are expecting that CIG are going to get an Alpha 3.22 build out at the end of December, or at least they said there was a lot of stuff coming in Q4 2023, so I'm expecting that as a 3.22 build. That is an assumption on my part, but I think a reasonable one. At least it appears to be the plan anyway. That could mean that we see the patch in Evo testing by the end of the month though, so it's likely they're going to want to test that before they pause the studios for Christmas break, because what happens is normally towards the middle, maybe slightly later in December, they go, right, it's Christmas holidays, and we'll come back sort of early to mid-January, and then in January they have lots of planning phases where they work out what they're trying to produce in 2024 in Star Citizen. Hopefully we'll have a 3.22 out in December that will be live and not too buggy. Content from the channel, we're still going through bits from CitizenCon, from Squadron 42 being feature complete, that amazing StarEngine demo that we saw, new atmospheric flight model stuff, base building. There's tons and tons more beyond that. My confidence and morale for Star Citizen has skyrocketed for its sort of development at the moment. I'm a big CIG fan and Star Citizen fan, and I do trust them, but the road is long, right? And this made me go, the road's long, but there's an enjoyable journey along with it and lots of cool stuff coming to the game, and Squadron 42 might be in our hands in the not too distant future, hopefully at the end of 2024. I don't know, maybe. We are going to be covering as much of the Pyro Playground as possible. It might be relatively erratic coverage though, because it's very much in testing, it is very buggy, and schedules might change, there might be queues, or the servers might come down. Not sure if Sin's actually got proper access or not. I have, but yeah, there might be reasons that I can't test it. They're sort of testing it at weird times, and they said that timings may change, and we'll have to see what happens to that. We will be covering all of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo though. I'll try and get out a couple of videos a day, including covering what's in the Expo hall and what's on sale, what you might have missed, that sort of jazz. We'll be covering all the roadmap updates as we get them. I'm not sure what they're going to show when. Hopefully they'll give us an update on what's happening with Alpha 3.22 and the end of the year stuff. But also, we're going to have the monthly reports coming out real soon, so we'll be covering them. You can expect our normal coverage of the news, just anything that's happening in Star Citizen that we see, any development information that comes out, we'll check out as well. I am away for some of next week on a holiday, playing board games and planning some future content, stuff like that. I'll be taking my laptop with me so I can record and get videos out while I'm there if necessary, because there's obviously going to be some Star Citizen news that I'll want to talk about. Zin, her partner, and a few of our mates a few times a year go to an Airbnb for play games and eat delicious foods. I am very much looking forward to it, but I always get anxious that I'm not going to be able to cover Star Citizen as much as I want, or that I won't be able to upload, or something will happen, do you know what I mean? I've been dieting and exercising quite successfully over the last month. There's been lots of running, lifting, squats, push-ups, sit-ups. This is the best shape I've ever been in, and I'm just finishing a 2-day water fast. Not really sure if it was hugely beneficial or anything, but I thought I'd give it a go, more of an achievement. I've shrunk my stomach, I think, a bit. I've given my liver a bit of a rest, and I can tell you now that I'm pretty hungry. As soon as I finish this video, I'm eating. I am less like a fat little hobbit now, and more like a slightly fitter one. So yeah, really excited for what November has to bring for Star Citizen. It's normally our busiest month. Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, the aftermath of CitizenCon. We've got patches that are going to be released and Pyro Playground being tested now. It's all go. Oh, something that I've been neglecting is encouraging people to become channel members on my YouTube channel with the join button under my videos. It really, really does help the channel, and it gets you some exclusive content. We have some CitizenCon and other bits that were filmed for us that we're going to be getting out later this month. Please consider becoming a member. We also have Patreon as another alternative, and even direct donations and all that sort of jazz. But just sort of liking, subscribing, sharing videos, that all helps loads too. Thank you so much to the people that support the channel, from my mods to the people that are channel members to the people that donate. You are literally the best. You allow Zin and I to make daily Star Citizen content, and I absolutely love my job. I'm so hyped for Star Citizen now after CitizenCon, even more than I already was, and I hope you want to come along on this journey with me. What is best in life? To crush your enemies? To see them driven before you? And to hear the lamentations of their women? No, of course not. It's NordVPN. I never saw Conan the Barbarian checking his bank balance and then watching some cool shows on Netflix, all while protecting his privacy and being super secure. To be honest, I can't even remember Conan wearing a shirt. Silly Conan. And now, a big old snake god's got your internet history. Good job. Don't be a Conan the Barbarian. Check out NordVPN. Links below for powerful discounts too. Do you like using your eye holes for extra immersion in Star Citizen and help aim and do some cool stuff? Well, you can with Tobii Eye Tracker 5, which is on sale at the moment. This gives you native high-precision head and eye tracking in Star Citizen. Very cool for general immersion, for combat both in ship or on foot. They are absolutely fantastic pieces of kit, and both Zin and I have one. Use the links below to grab one for 15% off or to find out more.